the intro. Alright, you can go for it.
Alright. Welcome back. We're here for Game 2 of the Trinity Force Network Bronze Boot Camp of today. I am Leshok, joined with Horse Doctor and UglyTuco, and we're going to be once again throwing some bronze players against each other while we comment and you watch. Don't forget to check us out at trinityforcepodcast.com, now on the Champion Select.
Yeah, you make it sound like dogfighting.
It kind of is.
If you guys have any questions, go ahead.
We're the Michael Vicks of League of Legends.
No, too far.
At least not as bad as his brother Marcus Vick.
Dude, I don't know. I train dogs. I can't make jokes like that.
Oh, yeah.
Dogs and horses, man. Alright.
That's good. Alright.
So you're a horse doctor?
Yeah. I originally got into veterinary because I like dogs so much, but like my university is a really good equine, like horse program. So I do dogs on the side as a hobby, but I focus on horses for schoolwork. Alright. Pretty good bands. Aurelia band's kind of awkward, so is LeBlanc.
Haven't seen a lot of Aurelius lately.
The E-Nerf kind of like, it made her harder because a lot of people just maxed E and Sheen product people and didn't know how to play Aurelia. But
so fair.
yeah, awesome.
So we've got a couple. The Sejuani ban. I appreciate that. If you know someone's a high priority ban, give other people a chance to ban them for you.
Yeah, those bans on Purple Team are pretty interesting. One's like a support ban, a top lane ban.
Alright, there's Tron. Nautilus is okay. They're early in Heimerdinger, yeah. Nautilus is like a better Scion in the jungle. Like, they both kind of have weird early clears and have the ability to gank, but like Nautilus's ability to gank early is a little better and he's a little more CC late.
I still recommend him a lot for support.
Not support, he's okay.
He's really simple to use as support. You just walk up, hit people, and then, ult the priority target and maybe hook him. That's all you do.
Pop your shield, pop E.
I only play lane dominant champions, so like not Nautilus. But I don't think he's bad. 23% first blood, baby. That's really like, considering there's 10 people and the average would be 10%. 23 is really high.
Yeah.
Let's see. For blue team, we've got a Tramp Stamp Ari.
Yeah. First pick Ari is not the best because she's some counters. I think Annie just actually counters her, but most matchups are skill matchups, so it's not a huge deal.
She's a pretty good, if you can play her well, she's a pretty good one to fall back on.
Yeah, she is. I think she's good too. She's good at assassination. She's good at kite. She can do damage. She's just generally a well-rounded pick.
Man, I need you to teach me the ways of first blood. Apparently, I only get participate in 7% of the time.
Damn, 22%. That's my trick to solo queue, man. You just gotta win lane really hard.
Is Teemo a counter for Gnar?
No, I think it's pretty even. They're both good in lane. I think Teemo might be able to like slightly win, but I wouldn't call it a counter. I think Teemo can just like slightly win most lanes.
If Teemo could turn into an impressive tanky monster every minute.
Alright, that's a pretty good pick. I think Gnar's not as oppressive in lane anymore, and I think Scion just like
he can
kind of outscales.
Yeah.
Sion's better than Gnar unless Gnar gets a really good ultimate. Then like Gnar's one of the best champions in the game if he gets a good ultimate. But if he doesn't, like after the nerfs, he can be kind of underwhelming in the rest of his kit. Gragas Scion is scary. I wouldn't want to play AD carry this game, man.
That's a lot. That's a lot of tank wall in your face.
I love Gragas jungle so much. He's my number one go-to in the jungle now.
I think there are two ways to deal with tanks in the current meta. One, pick late game scaling champions and go even in lane and be good at team fighting. Or two, pick a really dominant early game champion like Graves or Lucian and just dumpster your lane and try and win off of that.
It's been interesting to see how popular Lucian still is, especially in pro play. even when there are tons of tanks and he's not necessarily known as a tank buster, he's still picked so often just because he just wins in skirmishes so well.
Well, alright, this is like, I'll compare him to Vayne. Even if somebody has percentage, I think Ari is too jungle reliant. Alright, I'll talk about that in a minute. Let's say, I don't know, Vayne and Lucian. Even if Vayne does more damage on tanks, if she can auto attack consistently, this isn't like World of Warcraft and it isn't a training dummy. Even if somebody does more damage than you, if you can be effective in the fight for longer, you can do as much or more. It's like, I don't know, Vayne does more than Lucian standing still and attacking, but Lucian can actually like position and like fight the whole time. Whereas Vayne kind of has to AFK on the side at times, and I don't know. Or like Varus, like you have to spend so much of the fight, or Kog'Maw, you have to spend so much of the fight respecting flashes, where you don't have to do that as much on Lucian.
It's like Misfortune.
Uptime. I'll call it uptime. Lucian has like the most uptime because he can always be doing stuff.
Yeah.
And when he can't, he can like calling. Like
the ult.
I think Ari's too jungle reliant. I don't know. I think she goes even, and she can go even in lane and get kills at 6 with that jungle. But I think Ari is a really good lane to gank for, and she's wants blues generally.
She's very good just all around.
She's jungle reliant in the sense that if you don't get like second and third blues, it's kind of annoying because she wants to roam. And like blues, if you just grab blue and you AFK in lane, it's pointless. Like it's whatever. But blue lets you like Q the wave like 5 times in a row and roam. Whereas like normally if you Q the wave 5 times in a row, you just go out of mana. That's kind of like blue is to push and roam.
So for bot lane, how does Annie do up against Morgana? I feel it's a little bit of a skill matchup because Annie can really mess with when Morgana uses her black shield.
This is a huge skill. I don't know. Like if Morgana hits binds, both of them can die. And Annie, I mean, Misfortune and Morgana have to be not like scared to kill Annie and just exhaust Lucian because they have so much damage. If Annie gets hit with a bind like ever, she just dies.
I hope Misfortune realizes that her level 2 and 3, she just pumps out so much damage that she can win most trades. But we'll see.
Yeah, I think Misfortune and Morgana is a way stronger lane, but the only way it's not strong is if Misfortune mispositions really hard and eats too much from Annie and Lucian. But they have a better trade animal, and Misfortune's like the queen of trading. Lucian's pretty good at trading too, but Misfortune's is easier. And Morgana's, I don't know. It really is just a big skill matchup because it's like 4 pretty aggressive champions. Top is AFK farm lane. Nar can bully him early, but Sion should do fine.
Alright, let me see if I can look up runes real quick.
Yeah, actually it is. No, let's talk about lanes. Mid lane, Ari just wants to make sure she's armor yellows, and she can do pretty well against Yasuo. I would try and do the level 2 thing I talked about last game against Yasuo again. Just, get a few Qs level 1 if you can. If you miss Qs against Yasuo, I would play... I don't know. Like, Yasuo has to walk up to a creep and auto attack it, so you should be hitting like almost every Q in Ari. If you hit like 2 or 3 at level 1, and then at level 2 you just trade hard with W and Q and ignite him, you force him back. Or you can hold ignite and just like keep out trading him really hard.
Ari is running a pretty standard rune set of Magic Pen, Magic Resist, Armor, and Ability Power, so that's good.
Yeah, I'd say if you have the IP for it, go AP per level or CDR level blues, but other than that, it's good.
Yeah, if you're low on IP and you can't have like multiple setups, it's a pretty just good one to fall back on for mid lane.
Yeah, it is. Gragas, Vi. Gragas and Vi. Vi's got a better 6, but Gragas is. Gragas is just really strong, man.
I feel like earlier on, but. Once Gragas gets that Cinder Hole and starts getting tanky.
In all honesty, in lower elo, a lot of jungling doesn't come down to like matchup because the matchups never play how I think they should because both junglers kind of AFK a lot. It just comes down to like who actually gets okay ganks. What do you think about bot lane camp strat? And camping bot's good. This is a good lane to camp. It's a good game to camp bottom in, because Misfortune has no escape, Morgana really has no escape, Annie has no escape, and Lucian kind of does, but both sides will be looking to play aggressive, so it's... I don't know, I'd like to see the junglers do something this game.
Yeah, it'd be easy for Vi to camp out. Even with Morgana Black Shield, Annie can get rid of that in 1 or 2 spell casts, so...
I'd like to see Gragas go for a flash body slam in a lane at 3. That's like 100% kill a lot of the time, and it's not terribly hard to do.
Remember when Gragas body slam used to only collide when you hit a champion?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Those are good times.
Alright, loading into game. Alright, what do we got?
I will say it's going to be pretty easy for blue team to itemize as far as defensive stats go, because they're up against pretty much entirely physical damage.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. That is...
I'm looking at the ADC runes, and they're pretty standard. Lucian's running magic resist per level blues instead of flat magic resist.
Oh, bot lane taking a camp. It depends on your support. Some supports are really good at taking camps, some aren't. If you have Leona, the camp strat's good, because you'll 2 first, and it doesn't matter if you have half health on Leona if you 2 first, because you're going to win anyway. But like if you have Annie, like Lucian, neither of them can really tank out health. Tank out a camp without losing too much health, so it's not as good.
Misfortune is running 4 attack speed blues in her runes, and
I
I'm
do
not.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It lets you hit 16% with Quints. 4 blues, 5 flat MR.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly the page I run. Some people run full attack speed blues because that's what Forgiven did, but I think it kind of got refined, and most people who want to run attack speed on the blues do 4. It just comes down to if you play AD correctly. Like if you're really good at trading and you know how to play AD carry, you don't need the magic resist as much, and the attack speed lets you trade really hard. But if you're tanking at random damage, I would just go with the flat MR page. Like, I hate to say it, but like unless you're really like damn good at AD carry, I'd go with the flat MR page.
Mm-hmm. Everything else looks pretty, I have a little issue with Annie's runes because she's running a gold pretend Quint.
Yeah, it's really bad.
It used to be good, but not anymore.
I think it never was good. I think everyone ran it, but like Edward didn't, and he like dumpstered everybody, and then people just switched in like the end of season 2 because of how hard Edward and like a couple of people who weren't running GB10 did it. So it kind of leads me to believe that like it actually wasn't good. People just didn't know better. That's my opinion on it. It's like everyone thinks Madrid's Kog'Maw was good in season 1. Like I have a couple of friends who were like 2K and like 2100 in season 1, which is really really high in season 1.
Yeah.
Like top like
before they had the true tier system.
It's like D1 equivalent.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, there are players that got D1 in season 2, Masters season 3, Masters season 4, and they never build Madrids. No good Kog'Maw players built Madrids in season 1. They all went like standard IE attack speed builds. If you think about it, like math wise, it's I don't know, his W does 4%, Madrids does 5, or whatever the math you want to do. It doesn't stack. It's not like, I don't know, it's not 4 plus 5 is 9. It's 4 and then it's 5 from the remaining 96. So it's actually like, I don't know, 4.8 or something. So he actually gets less than Madrids from everybody else. I mean, it stacks, so it's cool, but he's only getting 4.8 as opposed to somebody else's 5. So it's actually like worse on Kog'Maw. And the fact that you can't itemize a Void Staff and its magic damage, and you want your penetration to like do something. And it's, I mean, Last Whisper and IE lets you itemize your penetration with your damage, but you can't get Void Staff. So if you go like Madrids and your W, you're locked into like a Void Staff build, and that's like ridiculous.
Oh boy.
Oh man. Nice setup there. That's a pretty unusual spot for a team to camp, I feel like.
Agreed.
Yeah, I'm not gonna play Manny for that. That's
I don't think I've seen that camp in a long time.
one. They all got there at like 55 seconds too, so nobody was
Yeah.
slow. They just played that perfectly.
Now you're gonna
They could
miss
have
it.
done that to a challenger player.
Yeah.
Caught the binding, landed everything.
Sometimes random camps work. Not on Sneaky's stream it worked. They camped 4 people bot lane. So when he just went down for the first wave, he just got crapped on right
Yeah.
away.
A lot
So
of
hey-
times people like go and they camp like golems too. That's 5. I hate that.
So Gragas went back and picked up a ward and boots.
That's good.
That's
I like
right.
that he got boots instead of something else.
Yeah, that'll allow him to move about quicker.
It's not like Gragas really struggles to clear.
Nope. He's pretty much the perfect jungler for me.
I think he's just OP and needs to be nerfed. I can hit like
Again.
30 minutes. I can be like 5-1 on 80 carry, and I'm really good at 80 carry. And like, oh okay, Gragas, Silent Cheese. Oh, they tried to ward out Silent Cheese, but they didn't ward Wraith. But no, and Gragas can be like, I don't know, 205, and he just jumps on me a skirmisher saber, and there's nothing I can do.
Yeah.
I would have liked to see him go golems, Wraith's red to keep his HP high and just cheese someone. This isn't bad too, but
Vi is doing a
Oh, he
pretty
gave
good
up.
job right now.
yeah.
Nice steal.
She's
Yeah,
smart.
both junglers are gonna be so low at the moment.
Yeah, that was really smart. If I were her, I would take these for 3 in timer. I know you're kind of counter jungling her, but her having 3 going to the next camp in a timer is probably more important. 1 second.
There comes that Gragas cheese you're hoping for.
Yep.
Let's hope it's Gouda.
I'm really bad at that.
Does he? Oh, he doesn't have body slam.
Oh,
If you're gonna do
That's-
that, you kinda need.
that's
body slam.
unfortunate.
Yeah. I thought he was waiting for Lucian to use his dash before he did, and I was gonna be like, yeah, that's awesome, that's how you should play that, and then, yeah. Oh, Morgana, careful.
Use bind there. Even if you take a bad trade, it's better to bind than just like walk out. Or if you check the bush, like you have full mana, why don't you just check it with bind instead of your face? Yeah, exactly. Look at the wave. Misfortune should kill her.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Flash double up? No. Is she flash doubled up this creep?
oh,
She would've
wow,
died.
Ari. Oh, oh, man. At least they traded kills there. So what jungle item would you recommend for Gragas to be upgraded into? I see a lot of
Scrimmagers.
skirmishers. Okay.
Yeah.
He kind of has enough CC to lock down a target. He doesn't necessarily need Stalker's Blade to help with that.
Yeah, definitely prefer skirmishers. Cinder Hulk on that guy.
Yeah, skirmishers just lets you like 1v1 anybody, which is kind of like weird and ridiculous, but it's not fun to play against. It's like an exhaust too. When you don't need Chilling Smite, you just take it. Naur's in a weird spot. I think he should just be able to outplay Sion, but I guess Sion has Door and Shield in 2 pots. Wow.
Oh, that was a good cue.
I think it was a bad jump, not a good cue.
Fair enough.
Oh man.
This is an awkward gank. I think it's 5:30 and she should just be farming. Generally, if you're jungling, unless it's like a really free gank, if you're
I like how her blue is still up at the 5:30 mark.
well, how
Or is
did
that-
she kill?
Or did she not go get it the first time? Or
No, she didn't. She took the other guys. So like, if your first red drops and you're playing jungler that like doesn't have crazy ganks pre-6, unless somebody's like 100% like the most free gank in the world, you just want to wow, rip Annie. You just want to farm to 6. Ward when you can. Pay your taxes, I guess, jungle taxes. Annie just needs to respect the fact. Did she have health on her runes?
Go Gadget Gragas mid lane.
No.
Where's that charm? Oh.
Yeah, she already used it.
So this is the biggest issue. Annie doesn't have MR, and she didn't take enough health on her runes, and she took like way too much AP.
Yeah, her runes are a little all over the place.
You don't. Yeah, the reason Annie's so successful is the CC and base damage market and her auto attack range harass. You're not grabbing her for just pure lots of AP damage. Oh.
That's good. I like to see this. Sometimes when you get ganked and like you're not gonna die or return damage, like you won't notice at all, but if you're jungling, it's really annoying to go back in the jungle missing like a decent amount of health.
Mm-hmm. So what do you think about Vi going Rangers? I personally feel like you can pull Vi off without it and take challenging or chilling smite.
Yeah, I don't necessarily have a problem with Rangers just because I feel like it's a good fallback option if you don't know what to build, but I can see that you're missing out on, the skirmishers or the chilling smite. You can miss that, and you'll miss those during ganks. But
so you also, if you go back, just get Avarice and pots. Don't go Dagger, Brawler's Gloves. It's a little weaker, but the attack speed's not going to make a big difference in lane. And you can get more pots with that because it's 50 gold less.
Vi's kind of wasting a lot of time bot right now. She needs to be farming to get to 6.
Gragas just chased her down into the bot lane because she was afraid of him being a higher level. So they literally just walked down the river together the whole way to bot lane.
Gragas needs to be like perma-smiting race. If you want to play mid and bot all game, you have to go through dry bush at some point, and if you're not like smiting race somewhat consistently, you're not going to get dry bush ganks off.
Vi still in bot lane.
Alright, Vi just needs to... I already touched on, like, after red drops, she needs to farm, but,
yeah.
It's 8:30. You see this with people who try and counter gank a lot, counter jungle a lot, too. Sometimes you just need to remember to stay up in EXP.
Yeah.
I'd boomerang the right way, buddy.
It's a delicate balance, jungle to balancing farming and ganking.
You don't have to balance that bad if you're getting ganks off.
Yeah.
Because the ganks give you everything you want, EXP and gold, but you actually have to get ganks off. I'd like to see Gragas look for something too. If you flash body slam at like 3, you'll have flash again by the time you're 6. So there's really no reason
Gragas, help out mid, buddy. Help out mid. Help out mid.
Flash ult,
so
flash ult.
I feel like Scion hit. This is a good matchup, I feel, for Scion to be maxing Q against because of where Mini-Gnar's auto attack range is.
Yeah.
He's been punching him every time he comes in the farm with that Q.
Scion's already an immovable force in top lane. Like, I don't think Gnar has any kill pressure whatsoever.
It lets you push and get TP advantage and roam too. It's kind of like taking W in LeBlanc. Sometimes, even though a push skill might be weaker in lane in like weird matchups, it just lets you push and do what you want. If you do take a push skill, though, it's important to get good wards down. Annie should be looking to is both these the first one? Yes. Alright, no, this is fine. I thought she upgraded without getting side stun, but she didn't.
Gragas, you can take Vi right now, man. Oh well.
Don't be scared, Gragas is so strong early.
Yeah. Your auto enhanced W does so much damage.
And the damage reduction is really helpful. Especially if you're running challenging smite on top of that.
Right, when Vi misses her Q, her damage output is very, very low. Her Q, especially because most max it first.
Mm-hmm. to
So
get
they
the
can
cooldown on it.
to help with the mobility too. But if she misses that, her damage is very, very small compared to what it could be. So you'll win most trades if you see her miss it.
And
Right, 'cause
support
then
Annie when a max W too. You don't want to take 2 points in Q.
And there goes Annie.
Yep.
The incoming Yasuo for the flank. I'm not sure.
I think
How well
Lucian
that's
could
gonna-
have played that way more aggressively with Yasuo coming.
Yeah, he's leaving him
Oh.
out to dry. Lucian, buddy, help a brother out.
He is.
Oh, the turnaround!
Oh wow.
Oh.
So Morgana, remember to auto attack the whole time and try and use your spells. You like sat there with that black shielding or
She was
W
admiring
or
that
Q.
Yasuo ult. I was like, look how beautiful it is.
that's pretty rough.
The turnaround was real.
Yeah. MF pretty well.
Let's touch on vision here because red has none. They have 2 wards on the entire map.
Yeah, you're kind of right there. Wow. And
It'll
then
Um,
get
was one of them.
It'll get slightly better soon, but lanes aren't buying wards and they come back, which isn't good.
Nice,
Blue has-
Craigie ult. Oh.
Blue has 2. Oh wow, that's a way to eat up the optimal amount of tower shots too. But
Gragas did a great job there.
yeah, Blue has got 2 deep wards on the top side of the red's jungle. One, the troll wards, like to call it, right there with the raptor. So if someone smites it, they immediately lose their raptor buff to that ward.
Vi smited it and left it at 200 and Ari didn't use her spell. I'm not really sure what happened there. Hello, Scamp Barnabas in chat.
Welcome.
Oh, Annie.
I don't know if Misfortune should be chasing Annie like that.
She's vision of both mid, so it's not as big a deal.
Yeah. I just feel like she and Morgana are so far ahead.
Yeah.
They could just bully around bot lane.
She's
zone
not
him
too
out.
far ahead of Lucian.
Yeah. Annie's the one who's more far behind, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, it's just the importance of farm and how to improve CS. I do. It's just you do enough BA and BBC that you become desensitized.
Ooh, that was
I would stress that every game. Like for
that was a
every
good
second.
combo of ults there for red.
Yeah.
MF
But
was
no.
almost able to turn it around. But I don't know if they should do Dragon now. They're all pretty low.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the charm there! Oh, nice.
And Misfortune's come up and got a decent amount of. Oh yeah.
Ari, ultimate, kill him. Oh, you're so scared.
Nice, she felt she didn't have enough mana. She does have blue buff, but
Yeah, she didn't have for combo. She had like 280. I guess she got dragon, so it's not. a
That's
big
the
deal.
danger of going out into the dragon when you're that low. Ari just destroyed their jungler through the wall. Oh. Yep, there it is.
Greg is doing work. Nice ult.
I'd like to see her rush Ludens or Morellos. I know she wants the Hourglass to deal with Yasuo, but Yasuo's bad early game, so like Hourglass second's good, but you don't want to be too scared in your build.
Oh, Lucian, you got it up. There we go. Alright. Nice Andy's done there.
Lucian's 3-0 now.
MF did not respect that at all.
I think the
Meanwhile-
biggest issue with bot lane here is Morgana's playing really scared with her lead and just not using spells a lot of the time.
What advice could we give to this Gnar against this Scion matchup? Because I'm kind of at a loss. He's just getting bodied up here.
Hit all the
Well,
CS that he can so he doesn't
it's-
fall further behind.
It's not too difficult to fall behind a Scion and have him become a lane bully. It just happened a little sooner than usual. But yeah.
His
He's
build's
just gotta-
good. He just needs to farm. And look for good TPs with Mega Gnar.
It's hard to manage that, but that's what he's got to do.
Hey, Yasuo.
Scion does have a pretty obvious advantage at lane, and I can't. It looks like he can't decide between zoning or pushing under turret.
Yeah, I'd like to see Sion try and freeze harder.
But it wouldn't hurt too much to just push under turret constantly because Gnar doesn't farm that well under turret, to be honest.
Oh, he's missed out on like 4 CS right there.
Whoa, don't ult Black Shield.
Nice Black Shield.
Royal and bot lane.
That's good. Red team can still do something off of this though.
Right, but if they're not paying attention to the rest of their lanes, they'll notice how many people are missing.
Yeah. Sion needs to use his TP. He's beating
Gragas ult up?
here,
Oh. There's...
10-10 charm.
Yep. Oh.
Don't hold skills.
If that unless that ult just came back up, you had a lot of opportunities to use that.
Double kill at least.
Yeah.
That's such a weird thing for me.
Oh, get that Vi.
Whoa.
I would have gone for the Vi before going for either of the people in the tri-bush, because she had a longer route to get out, and her vault breaker was down.
Yeah. Gosh, Blue has so many wards up in the enemy jungle.
Yeah, and they even took the wolf buff.
Nice dodge. Oh, Meganar.
Keep pushing it. It's the only chance you got.
Yeah.
Throw those houses.
Why the hell does Vi have amplifying tomb?
What?
Oh, is she gonna build Triforce, I guess?
That is the worst item you could build to rush Triforce.
Right. I mean, Ruby Crystal, Longsword.
Yeah, when you're jungling, you just want boots earlier too, and you should be getting wards and pinks.
She
and
built Sheen out of it.
a lot of stuff.
Vi is really far behind. I don't know if you have enough money to build a Triforce at this point. You probably should just build Tanky.
No
But-
try. No, at least you got wards.
Yeah.
Nar's doing good though. He'll still be somewhat relevant in Mega Nar.
Yeah, he just has to land that good ult.
I'd like to see both supports get Mobies earlier here.
Hmm.
I don't really know what Annie's doing. Morello's maybe.
Yeah, it looks like she might be leaving
Mobies are really important on Annie. Even if you look at Annie bot, he's a mid player. If you look
now.
at most of his
builds them all
games,
the time.
he doesn't just build Mobies. He builds like Mobies first or second back,
Hmm.
like mid.
He prioritizes
Oh.
running with them so well. Oh, dang.
Good. See the
More
example.
gold was probably a little overkill, but it's
At
fine
least
to
she
overkill.
used it.
Yeah, don't hold the skills. Oh.
That is such a weird thing for me. How much like skill holding I see, because it's not. Yeah, they're not mechanically missing, and it's not a game knowledge thing. It's just not pressing a button. It's really confusing. It might just be anxiety of missing the skill or something, but
A lot of people also hold ultimates feeling like they're a form of like a coup de grace and should only be used as a finisher instead of when they can often be used as
Nah, keep
initiates
attacking,
or...
man. Oh, man. Oh, well.
Yep. That's not going to go well. Oh, well timed with a nice push of a wave right there. They can take that tower and possibly get 2 kills out of it.
Blue team's really far ahead right now.
And they're doing a good job of using that advantage. Like that's... you can see so often people have an advantage, but then they kind of just sit on it.
So you can kind of see a difference of build pass. Nar knows he's behind, and so he goes straight into like Randuin's, builds defensive so he can be useful for his team. I
But it's
still
not.
really disagree with that. She's trying to build Trinity Force, and that's not that shouldn't be the case right now. You're too far behind to do that.
That being said, Vi needs to get Locket because Annie can get Locket. One of them needs to get Locket. But,
Mhm.
Jungle
So-
top and support don't have boots, which is kind of ridiculous 20 minutes into the game.
So roughly 10
Yeah,
minutes
it's-
past my first point, we have now 3 wards for red team on the map.
Annie needs to use Sight
Oh, I'm sorry, 4.
Well, blue team does have 3 sweeping trinkets.
That's true, and 3 pink wards out.
Yeah,
They're
a good
doing...
job.
Though they've lost their deep wards at this point, but they probably just need to reestablish those. They've been doing a good job of that the whole game. Gragas especially.
3 sweepers, thank you.
Oh. Rip Yasuo.
That Morgana bind there, I'll make a note while Annie dies. Oh god, damn it, guys. So sometimes, like what separates a good Thresh from a great Thresh, or one of the things, is how well they are at chaining CC. And not only if you waited for Sion ult to hit there, would you be able to chain CC longer, but you'd be able to hit it 100%. So think about that, and like think about giving yourself a better chance to hit it. Because in all honesty, waiting to hit your Q there was a win-win. The CC is longer and you won't miss it.
That's a solid point.
So red team's options right now are pretty limited, but they definitely need to just ward up their own jungle at this point and look to take advantage of a numbers advantage, like 4v2 or 5v3 or something like that.
But they're not going to kill Sion. He has a Frozen Heart and a Thorn Mail and Ninja Tabi, and they're all physical damage.
300 armor. Lucian can't build Last Whisper for a long time. Alright, so this is why CS is really, really, really important.
Continue, I'm sorry.
Oh no, I'm gonna watch him die. Kappa. Ward that bush as he died if you have a ward. As Yasuo. But no, CS is really important because if Lucian, even though he's 3-0, if his CS would have been relevant, he would be like 1 or 1500 off Last Whisper at about 22. Because if you're 3-0, you can hit 3 items at about 25 to 26.
Yeah.
But like, he's 100 CS down, which is like, at 13 CS per kill, that's like 8.5 kills that he could have by just last hitting.
I gotta give a shout out to the Gragas in this game for his presence across the map. He's going to every lane that's pushing. He's there for every fight.
I'm gonna just say right now, if you're in bronze and looking for somebody to jungle, just pick up Gragas, seriously.
Yeah, and
he's so easy to use.
AP Lee Song.
Aptly?
I didn't like his early game, and I don't like that he's not buying pinks, but the rest of it's good. Or he's not buying... His pink might be sitting, actually. They have 4 pinks.
Let's say, yeah, no, they have 5 pinks.
Right,
every player on their team has a pink on the map, and that makes me really happy.
That's good.
The next step is they need to move those pink wards forward into the enemy jungle at this point.
Well, they have to die first. Alright, I guess you can move it forward without dying.
Let's see, and they're up 10k gold, they can afford to, replace their pink ward. But hey, they're about to lose 1. No, 2. Oh.
It has been pretty, like, the one person who has kept their CS up pretty well is both Sion and Yasuo.
Yeah.
They've done alright.
I'd say for, Gragas, when you walk out of that jungle there, be more religious with remembering to use your sweeper. You should be sweeping blue in this. And be more religious in smiting a wraith, especially when you have 2 charges going into a dragon or something.
Everybody on blue team has upgraded trinkets.
Yeah, and Annie still doesn't have upgraded sweeper. That's like one of the main jobs to support is to get your upgraded trinket as soon as possible.
Annie doesn't have an upgraded one, Yasuo doesn't have an upgraded one, and Nard does not have upgraded trinkets.
Yo, Annie. Alright, so don't type when you play. I can tell when you type. I'm forever seeing and forever knowing. Also, you guys are slow typers. Kappa.
It's hard, man.
That's actually one trick I use. I bound my right and left mouse button to enter. So, like, if I want to do a timer, I can do right and left mouse button. I can do the timer, like D, and type the entire time with my hand without putting both hands on the keyboard.
That's nice.
Yeah, when you're both hands on your keyboard, you can't play the game. You need the mouse. So being able to keep one hand on keyboard and one hand on mouse the whole time is really good. Really high elo support taught me that. It's like the best trick ever.
The vision control around this Baron that they're taking right now.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, they have this game. They just need to close it out.
Mm-hmm.
They can go back, push out side lanes, and push mid hard probably.
Alright, so upgraded super cooldown is like 75 seconds. Anytime you recall, just press it. Because by the time you walk back, it's almost up. Like, press it, walk a little bit, get a bush or two, recall.
Also, Scion's got his teleport up. They are in prime position for just moving in against red team.
You all should have a farming bronze boot camp and workshop. It's like the #1. I'll link the 2 Minion articles that I link after most PBCs if anybody is interested in farming. And Wale is correct. Like, in all honesty, blue team's vision is better than the vision I'll get in like most games from like D5 to D1 or wherever I'll play.
But 26 minutes in, no one has 200 CS.
Like, this Ari's doing really well. If she had 200 CS as well, this game wouldn't even be at 26 minutes.
I would have liked to see blue team push out their side lanes a little bit before coming mid. But they're so far ahead it might.
How long has Annie been at base?
I don't know.
Oh.
Is somebody gonna need to get reported?
Yeah. She's charging. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, she's charging stun?
But she's been in there for quite a while now.
Alright, somebody's gonna get a warning.
That's death becomes you.
Yeah. I'll ask the people after the game.
No, because she's not DC because she just purchased a Talisman of Ascension. But that's still going to be game one way or another. No BM, people.
So, I would... Like, if blue team looks at the side lanes, I don't know. It's just... If you take that extra 45 seconds to just push them out so that they're pushing in your favor, it puts so much pressure on the enemy team that makes taking mid tower easier, and it makes it less of a problem if you get aced. That way they can't take anything off of it, but...
We covered a lot in losing team.
Good job.
Annie's runes in the early game hurt a lot, and not just this vision control is pretty poor, and the fact that Vi want to pressure the map with boots and not build Trinity when you're that far behind. But the winning team, if you want to turn this from a 27-minute game into a 20-minute game, Ari and Misfortune try and keep farm up in the mid game. Morgana, you want boots of mobility. On that last push, you want to snowball one of the... You don't want to push it because it takes too long and you have Baron. You want to snowball one of the waves and let it sit so that you kind of have a backup if they turtle.
Yep.
And remember to buy elixirs, even at 27 minutes. Like, just get elixirs if you have
they knew
Baron.
they were going for a big fight to take inhib turret. You know that the other team will probably fight you for it, so having an elixir there ready to go is a good idea.
Yeah, Morgana should have... Iron or Sorcery. Ari should have Iron or Sorcery, and Silence should have something as well. Gragas and Misfortune don't really have to get them, but I would have liked to see Sorcery on mid. If you have a huge lead, is like Bjergsen does it a lot, and you're investing in yourself, which is a good investment to make if you're confident that you can like wreck them. And I don't think I need to go over too much for that. I'm gonna cut it for game. We'll see you guys for game 3 probably.